Yes, I'm still eating. Day 1561. We always have annoying food needed. On the topic of food, so my eating was rubbish today. My drinking was actually significantly better, particularly in comparison. Overall, it was all right. Definitely could have had more, but and I will be having more. But yeah, the eating was pretty atrocious. So I'm trying to make up for it now, just shoving in 5 billion calories into my mouth at the moment, which I'm sure is really good for me. But yeah, so Friday, end of the week. I was feeling a bit down today, man. Just because, as I'd mentioned, so a thing that I was organising for a bunch of work colleagues, smallish group, probably in total about 10 or, yeah, around about 10 of us, or 11 if we're including me. But yeah, it's about 10 of us. And as it got closer to the time, of course, as anyone who's organised an event will know, you start to have anywhere from excuses to reasons to justifications, whatever you want to call it, to things crop up as to why people won't be able to make it. I can't remember. I think the first one may have been one of the people who had another thing with one of their friends. I think it was like a birthday dinner. So they had to go to that, but they said, "Oh, but if you're out like later, I can probably come and meet you lot later where you're at." So I was like, "Okay, all right, that's not too bad if you're still gonna be coming out." And then more and more stuff happened, like, another person who, I think it was a similar thing, one of their friends' birthday, and ultimately, like, well, it was frustrating. Obviously, things like that, I can ultimately, as frustrating as I feel, as frustrated as one can feel about that, when it comes to particularly people who you're closer to as well, like if it's a good friend and also it's a birthday, I can't expect you to be cancelling that for someone who you're cool with, but we are just work colleagues and we've never actually been out before. We maybe call up at work and, have each other's numbers and all that, but really kind of message, never met up outside of work. I can't expect you to cancel your good friends, going to your good friend's birthday to come to this thing. I think that would be an unreasonable ask. And then other people saying, "Oh, I got this, this kid's birthday that I need to take my child to, that's going to be going on, but I can come and meet you later." And then another person saying, "Oh, sorry, I've double booked." And yeah, and then other stuff that happened, which I won't even bother going into. But whilst everyone may have a legitimate reason, or at least some may have reasons that are more legitimate than others, it's just, for me, and as I've experienced it before, it's the whole thing of just the slow degradation and just the, just being chipped away, and slowly being worn down after, "Yeah, sorry, I'm not coming. Yeah, sorry, I'm not coming. Yeah, sorry, I'm not coming. Yeah, sorry, I'm not coming." Like, yeah, it just gets a bit disheartening, I think, is ultimately the word I was looking for. It just gets disheartening over time, just the constant pulling out of people. Organising events is, and obviously this is nothing at any kind of like high level, like this ain't an important event. It's not like a bloody wedding or a funeral or, some kind of trip that people have spent thousands of dollars on. Sorry, dollars? I'm not American. Thousands of pounds, flipping hell. We're so Americanized, it's not good. Thousands of pounds on. But again, you still feel it, and I did, and I was just feeling a little bit low today. And then that led into the fact that it's probably not a super bad thing that I'd probably have to post. Oh yeah, because that's what I was going to say, is that was thinking that I'd probably have to postpone tomorrow, because so I think there were still some people who were down, and I could have still possibly gone ahead with it if there were even still a couple of people who were down, but I just thought, you know what, I didn't want all or as many people there as possible, because so many people are iffing and butting and maybe in and knowing. It's just like, you know what, let's just screw it. let's just do it for another day. But also, yeah, this led on to the other thing of me thinking about my finances, because as I said, my safety net of money has basically all been but depleted. And I was thinking about how much I've got left in my account now and how much I potentially could be spending if I went out tomorrow. And how much other stuff that I need to do throughout this month, and then potentially unexpected stuff. And I would possibly be in quite a precarious situation. And then on top of that, maybe another reason why I can't be too annoyed at other people is that I'd also kind of double booked myself. So I forgot I was supposed to be going out and possibly playing pool with one of my friends tomorrow. And I spoke with them yesterday and had to be like, oh shoot, yeah, sorry, I'd kind of forgot that we'd arranged it for tomorrow. So yeah, I kind of had to be like, yeah, look, really sorry, double book for that. Can we do this later on in the month? And they were like, yeah, it's cool. Also, it's another one of my friends' birthdays coming up, and they were doing a thing tomorrow, which I'd had to turn around to them and say, like, look, I can't even come to that because I've organised this for the work thing. And they were half jokingly cussing me out. Oh yeah, so what, you can go with these work people that you barely even know, but me, your good friend, you can't come to my thing, yeah? So, but now with me postponing that, obviously I've got I've already said no to both, but potentially I could still pick either one of those up and go to them, even though I know the second person will probably try and cuss me out and say, no, don't bother come. No, you want to go with your friends? Yeah, you're not invited. But yeah, I'm even thinking now, is it better off if I just don't go anywhere? And even today, I was supposed to be going somewhere today with I might need to warm this food up, man. Starting to cool down, boy. We don't like cold food. Yeah, I'll fling that in the microwave one time. Anyways, what am I saying? What am I saying, mate? It's kind of spicy as well. Delicious. Yeah, so, yeah, with my friends, so, oh, no, sorry. Today, or this evening, came back, did my thing, obviously finished up with work. Just to send off a few emails and stuff. But one of my friends had told me that, they're inviting me to a thing. It's like, it's weird, the setup. Like, if I'm understanding it right, it basically happens in a leisure centre, but like downstairs in the leisure centre. I'm guessing, I don't know if like a collective or just maybe, I mean, a collective could be a couple of people. Could it? Is a collective a couple of people, or is it 3 people or more? I don't know. But a couple of people or more basically have this event where I think there's like games there and there's food and drink and all of that. So I'd been made aware of this maybe a week or 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. So I kind of said, yeah, I'll come down to that. Once I finish work, I'll, head over. But, and it was a good thing I checked. So the main person who I would have spoken to about it, they didn't even tell me. It was someone else who told me about it, and they were like, oh yeah, like, should we go to this? So I was like, yeah, I'm down. It was only when I went and talked to the main person. Now, I don't think this is the person who's organised it, but this is one of my good friends who I think works at that leisure centre, essentially. So they're aware of the event. It was good I checked with them because I didn't even know it was paid entry. Because they mentioned, like, we were voice noting and they mentioned something. I was like, hold on, wait, just clarify that for me. So they did say, obviously, there's food and drink there, but you have to pay for that. I was like, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. But it's paid entry as well. And I didn't realise it's like £21 to get in. Like, that's like a flipping event or concert ticket, And in the grand scheme of things, £21 is not a lot of money, right? But it all stacks up in terms of looking at money that you are going to spend, not even in a day, but in an evening, because I've already spent flipping money getting to work, coming back from work and all of that jazz. But then £21 just to get entry to somewhere, and there ain't no drink or food that comes with that. You have to then buy the food and drink afterwards. And apparently, yeah, like the drink is decentish prices, and the food apparently is really nice. But again, I think the biggest thought, and this is all adding on to, this is the other thing that kind of made me think about the finances and kind of how I need to be scaling back this month in particular. Because if I were to then go to this, that's £21 off the bat already. If I'm maybe spending £10, that's food. We're we're £31 down already. I mean, I'm probably not going to get one drink. I might get two. I mean, anywhere from, I don't know, 7 to 14, £21 maybe. I'm probably already £50 in the hole, and that's probably not even doing that much, just for, and who knows how long I'm even going to be there for. Apparently the thing goes on until 1. It's 11:30 now, so yeah, I think you know what I decided to do in the end. But yeah, it just made me think, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth the month progressing and then me being in an absolute hole whereby I'm stressing out and wondering who am I going to have to beg, borrow, or steal from, because again, certain things like the selling of the crypto, it's not an option, man. It's not an option. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have it. It's not there. I would genuinely much rather borrow money from someone before I go to even sell any of my crypto holdings, because I already know how this is going to go. I know that and it won't even happen immediately. It's not going to be one of them ridiculous comedic things whereby I sell it and immediately the stuff starts mooning now. But it will happen, and I will very much regret it, and I will kick myself. So just got to remain patient. And as I've been saying to myself this evening when I got back, delayed gratification, delayed gratification, delayed gratification. That is the phrase right there. But it's just frustrating, man. Like, it's just super frustrating. Like, I don't want to be concerned about, can I afford to be spending £21 to get into this place and then buy food and drink, because it might put me in a precarious situation later on where I'm having to borrow money from people, which, and again, this is the thing. I should be grateful that I know there are people out there who would lend me money. But again, I don't want to, the state of my debt already it's not amazing. Like, it's not horrendous. Well, it's not horrendous compared to some other people, but it's still not great, and the one thing I don't like owing money, because it's always at like the forefront of my mind amongst 5 million other things. So I don't want to be doing that, but and yeah, I just don't want to be in this situation where I'm worrying about these things. And this is why it just keeps on coming back to this money situation. Speaking of that, message Mr. Middleman, and I don't know, oh my lord, I don't know why he does this. I don't know if he has like a rule of, I will, work stuff I will deal with during like work hours per se. And I don't even know if it's work stuff, but anything that's to do with, his clients, aka me being one of them, anything to do with updates for clients, I will contact them, when I'm not settled per se, but, when just not inside of his family or leisure time. Maybe that's the rule that he has, because I asked, like, oh, did you contact the people, the people who are supposed to be pushing forward or facilitating the payment, or not even giving the green light, because apparently the green light's already been given. But yeah, I asked, and he said, oh, he's actually spoke with them yesterday, because I think I messaged him yesterday. He didn't airtime, nothing yesterday. He messaged me back today saying, oh yeah, and he said, I'll contact you during the week. Now, he didn't say next week, he said the week, but then the week is basically done, so he must mean next week, I'm assuming. All I said was, okay, cool, I'll leave it till next week. I'll get back onto maybe Tuesday or something like that. yeah. Yeah. Ultimately, I think right now the only money I know is definitely going to be coming my way with in any sort of timely fashion is going to be my money at the end of the month when I get paid, like not just the pay rise but also my overtime, which has been put through and approved, and it's before the cut-off period as well. I'm getting a phone call. Nice. So yeah, that money's coming back again. That's right at the end of the month, and it's like a flipping Thursday as well, bro. It's literally the last day of the month, not even the last working day. The last working day is the last day, so it's not like one of them ones where the last working day is a Friday, but then the rest of the month goes on for Saturday, Sunday. No. It's the very last day. I'm sure it's a Thursday. So yeah, but I have that to look forward to. I know that's coming. That'll be good, sort of. I need to just not look at how much I got taxed, even though I will look at it and I'm probably going to cry. But again, the amount I get is going to be, a nice little chunk more than what I would normally get at the end of the month. So that'll be good. And that's probably going to go right into the emergency in inverted commas funds. So if I'm getting towards the end of the month and I'm struggling, I can dip back into that, because I need to build that right back up again. So I guess this overtime has been a good thing. Anything else? I don't think so. I think I've covered basically everything, but the only thing I haven't covered is the rest of my food. Covered it in my mouth and tongue. It's a bit overtly sexual, wasn't it? Sorry. Oh no, you didn't ask for that, did you? My bad. 30 seconds left, so till the food's warmed up. Yes, we're gonna leave it there, man. I need to get back to this person that just called me. So it's day 1500. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, and also I think I've got to tidy up the garage as well. It's too much, man. Anywho, yeah, look, listen, I don't know if I'm meeting up with any of the friend whose birthday it was, or the friend who I was supposed to be going pool with. I don't know if I'm going to do any of that, because, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Anywho, it's day 1561. I'll catch you tomorrow for day 1562.